Hello, my name is Dana Jankowski. I'm a vice president with AO, and I'm here today to spend the next 15 minutes or less with you to tell you everything that you need to know about us. So, first, before I get started, I want to go over a couple of things. One, make sure you stay all the way to the end of this webinar because at the end, I'll give you the next instructions so that you can meet with one of our top leaders one on one. The second thing is you might be wondering, why are we meeting in this way? Why is it by video on our webinar? Well, that's because we do have a 100% virtual opportunity, meaning we entirely work from home. So we're looking for people that would thrive in that sort of environment. And therefore, this is just the best way for us to get all the information to you that you need to know about us. And then the last thing, most important, is that you should definitely feel good that you're here. What it means to have an invite to watch this webinar is that one of our top leaders really saw something in you to where you could be a great fit for what we're looking for. So we just really want to make sure you have everything that you need to know about us so we can make sure it's a good mutual fit. Okay, with that, I'm going to share my screen and go through a quick slideshow for you just to make sure I don't miss anything. Let me bring that up. The first thing is you may be wondering, what is AO? So AO, we're founded by Rick Altig in 1982. So therefore, it's the Altig organization. Really important to know is that in the last 10 years, we've had over 409% growth. And I'm going to go over some of the reasons for that very shortly, but that's really exciting. Also, you should know that we are the largest distribution channel of Globe Life, which is an insurance company that you probably have heard of before. And also, we operate in all 50 states, so we're all over the US, and we do operate in majority all provinces of Canada as well. Here's our growth trajectory, which is important to know. I think it's exciting to be with a company that's growing because what that means when we're growing is that we have the more money that the company makes, the more they can invest into the company. So as you see on the growth chart, year after year after year, we are growing, breaking records, including some years that there's been some setbacks, maybe other companies hit some bumps in the road. We just keep on going. So an example, 2008, the recession, we still had a record year. 2020 with the pandemic, we had a record-breaking year. And then last year, 2023, had our best year ever in company history, over $114 million of business. 2024, we're actually projected to do over $150 million of business, which is so exciting to be in a place where there's growth, which means more opportunity. More about our parent company, I mentioned Globe Life. Globe Life is the largest insurance company in the world. They are known for their stability, financial strength. In 2022, they brought in over $5 billion of revenue. And what that means is that they can invest that into marketing for the company. So some examples is these partnerships that you see here. Some of these I'm sure you recognize. The Globe Life is partnered with the Dallas Cowboys, kind of a household name. Last year, we also partnered with the Atlanta Braves, a very well-known name. So what this means is more name recognition. So when you meet with clients, they're already fully aware of who we are as a company. Along with that, we have a top-of-the-line marketing process. One of the reasons that I chose to work in this company is because of our public relations staff. It's their job to put us in front of people to talk to. So we don't have to go out and see our friends and family. If that was the case, I would definitely not be with this company for 16 years. So this is very exciting. I want to go through the steps in that process for you real quick. The first one is that our public relations staff would meet with the president of an organization, one of the groups that we're partnered with, and they would go through the benefits that we can provide to all of their members. If the president of that group agrees that this is a great program for the members, they would send a letter to all the members letting them know about these benefits. Now, this is important. If and only if the member is interested, they will respond to us requesting to meet with a representative. And if we bring you aboard, that's where you come in. You would then be meeting with the members of these groups one-on-one to go through those benefits. We do meet everyone virtually. So you'd work from the comfort of your own home, going over benefits with those that requested it. With the markets, when I mentioned that the PR staff meets with the presidents of the groups that we work with, some examples are here. So we are partnered with over 30,000 unions in the US. These are people like police, fire, teachers, organizations like that. In addition, we work with hundreds of thousands of credit unions in the US. We also have an exclusive partnership with veterans groups all across the US. We also provide Will Kits, McGruff Kits, which is a child safe kit for kids or families with children. And then one of our fastest growing markets is our Plus Lead market. So when we really started skyrocketing and breaking records is when we opened up this Plus Lead market. What that means is that when we meet with a member of an organization, they are able to extend their benefits to their closest friends and family, where even though maybe their family is not a member of a group we work with, so maybe they're not a firefighter, they're not a teacher, but they can extend these same benefits to them just because of the sponsorship. That's our Plus Lead market, and that is really the top market in the entire company. Another important thing for you to know is what we provide to our members. So here's a quick snapshot of the benefits that we provide. This would be kind of like a typical family situation where we have Beth as the member, her husband Mark, and they have kids. The reason you see 29, we use what we call an hour power concept. What that means is that we always recommend that every member sets aside only 1 hour of their wages every week to protect their family. Reason being is because that 1 hour, that $29 a week, is probably not enough to completely change their lifestyle, but it is enough to provide all of this protection for their family. So for just that 1 hour's wage, what you see is that this entire family is covered for a hospitalization benefit, where anytime they have an injury, they go to the ER, they'll receive a check for $150 every time. If they're injured more seriously, there's a $300 per day benefit for up to 365 days. And there's also an ICU benefit that's $600 per day for 14 days. And then it continues that $300 for the rest of the year in that instance. The next benefit is for funeral final expenses. So you see, we also cover the member and the husband for $30,000 to cover full funeral, and each child for $10,000. In the event of accident, you'll see these numbers greatly increase all the way up to an additional $250,000 if they die from a common carrier, which is like a plane, train, taxi, or something they paid for. My favorite benefit, the last one, is the monthly income paycheck protection. This would cover both Beth and the husband. If God forbid something happened to one of them and their income is cut, it's going to bring in $4,000 every single month for 2 years to make sure that their children, their house, everything stays put while they lost that very important person to the family. So those are the benefits that we provide. And here's a very easy way to look at it. We kind of present it as 2 job options. The first one would be if the member stays with their current job, they work 40 hours, making about $11.60 per week, have their normal benefits. And now here we're giving them an option for a second job where they bring in that 39 hours per week, which is $11.31, not a very big difference. But now they have all these additional benefits on top of what they already had. So it's in most cases a no-brainer. Almost everyone says that they would take job B because it makes sense for that small amount of income to make sure they have all these benefits. Here's our compensation. You can see that we do have a performance-based compensation, which is truly exciting because the sky is the limit on this. You can see on the chart here what we get paid per enrollment. Now, just so you know, if we do bring you aboard, our expectations would be that you work 5 days per week. And the great thing is that it's completely flexible. You can choose any 5 days that you want. But in every day that you choose to work, our expectation is for you to do 4 presentations in each of those 5 days. So you'll end up with 20 presentations per week. Now, we know for a fact that 1 in every 4 of the members that you present to, they will enroll into these benefits. So what that means is when you hit expectations with the 20 presentations, you would end up with 5 enrollments for the week. 5 enrollments would bring in a weekly income of $3,750. Now, the great news on this is you don't have to only do 4 presentations a day or only work 5 days per week. You can work as many days as you want and as many presentations as you want over the 4. So that would mean the more enrollments you have, the more weekly income that you have. In addition to getting paid for enrollments, we also have leadership compensation. So once you get promoted, we start earning what we call a leadership bonus. Now, one of the reasons that I really love this, when I first started, I didn't know anything about insurance at all. So I really found comfort in knowing that the better I did with the company, the better my mentors would do as well, because that told me that they're going to be pouring everything into me that I need to be successful. So it still holds true today that your mentor is going to be greatly invested in your success. And then when you get promoted, you start to earn those same leadership bonuses as well. We have these additional negotiated benefits working through the union, health plan, life plan, and optional stock purchase if you want. But the best part on here is the path to partnership. Every person that's hired has this opportunity for the path to partnership. And what I love is that it's all written down in black and white, so you'll know exactly what you need to do to earn the promotion that you want. Renewals, very exciting. If you're taking notes, put a big star by this one. Renewals is one of the most exciting thing about the insurance industry. Basically, how it works is that every time one of the members enrolls in a program, they'll make their premium every month for the rest of their life. And then in turn, as their agent, you'll get a percentage every month for the rest of their life. Now, we're one of the few companies that allows you to become vested. So after 10 years, you'd be 100% vested in these residual incomes. If you retire or choose to leave the company, we still pay them to you. So we pay lifetime on renewals, one of the very few companies that does that. We also have these really great retreats. So we like to do 4 times a year where we take our people on a retreat. And so if you like to travel, this would be a great place for you. We go to some really incredible places. Last year we went to Amsterdam. This year we're going to Dublin. We also last year took 200 people to Dubai. Can you imagine that? A company taking their people to Dubai. So this is definitely a place we like to work hard and play hard, if that makes sense. Another very important thing to note is that we also have our own in-house charity company. So we really believe in not only making money and having fun, but then still giving back. So last year in our in-house charity company, it's called Make Tomorrow Better. We invested over $4 million in that charity last year. Okay, so I covered a lot with you. Now you know a lot more about us. The last part is that unfortunately I have to tell you that we can't hire just anyone. So there are some expectations in order to bring you aboard. The first and foremost is that you do need to hold a license for life and health insurance. Now the great news is if you're thinking, hey, I don't have that, we do know how to teach you how to get it. So it's not too tough. Basically, it's an online course where if we do decide to offer a position, you don't have a license, we'll show you how to sign up for the course. You study it online. It usually takes about 7 to 10 days to finish the course. Then you'll take your exam. And then the next step is you do need to do fingerprints for a background check. Once you get through all of that, then you just apply for your license and that's it. Okay. The next step is once we're done here, there's going to be a pop-up that comes on your screen. And it's just going to ask you real quick questions to see if you're interested in learning more and meeting one-on-one with one of our leaders where we can get your questions answered if you have any. So once that pops up, make sure you hit yes if you're interested. If for some reason it does not pop up, please send an email to on the screen you see recruiting@altig.com and let them know that you did not receive your survey, but that you are interested. Okay. So that's it. I've really enjoyed spending time with you today, and I really hope that we get to meet some of you one-on-one in the next step. Have a great day.